What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. And it's still snowing a lot. It's snowing a whole lot outside, guys. And at least that's good. V-Jump has come out. Well, I'm not gonna say V-Jump has come out. V-Jump leagues are starting to roll out, guys, and it doesn't seem like there's any news for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I just want news, anything, a screenshot, something. However, there is news for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Yeah, there's news for that. But real quick, guys, let's go over and check out the Steam files here. They are working on, of course, update 1.50. And I think they're in crunch time, guys. This could be some good news because they haven't touched 1.60 in over 6 days, and the quality assurance hadn't been touched in 20. Now, normally, whenever we see something like this, when we start to see a update go 6, 7, 12, 20 days without being touched, it normally means they're done with it. However, the fact that this is update 1.60 and this is update 1.50, this one comes before this one, what it could be telling us is that they're basically stopping this one for the time being so that they can really buckle down and finish this one. So I don't know, man. It's not the weekend, and the last update was yesterday. See, this is pretty updated pretty frequently, so you know, I don't know. But like I said, we haven't been seeing anything about it on the, you know, V-Jump, and that could change. V-Jump isn't completely out, but I mean, as of right now, Ryokucha isn't reporting anything. DBS Hype isn't reporting anything either. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he also hadn't got the scans. That doesn't mean that it's not there. So take that with a grain of salt, man. I mean, it could be something and it couldn't. But anyway, in today's video, guys, I want to talk about the Tournament of Power. Now, a lot of people, I want to start with yesterday's video. A lot of people had a lot of really good comments to talk about yesterday in regards to the Ultra Instinct transformation. And the majority, a lot of you said something really, really cool that makes a lot of sense. They said make Ultra Instinct Omen the transformation and then make it to where whenever you go into Surge mode, it activates into full Ultra Instinct or mastered Ultra Instinct. I know I put that in quotes because we know from the manga that it's not, he hasn't mastered it. But anyway, so I thought that was really cool and I wanted to share that. And guys, I'm doing this, okay? I do believe that DLC 3 may be like Android 21 centered. Like I told somebody in the comments yesterday, I'm covering these things, these different scenarios for you guys, because there's people who don't agree with the Android 21 stuff. They want to see Trunks, they want to see Goku Black, they want to see Dragon Ball Super Broly, they want to see Tournament of Power. And so that's what I've been doing in the past couple of videos, is covering different scenarios, not for myself, but for you guys, to show if there's any proof or just to talk about it in general, because it's something that I haven't talked about on the channel, because I like to talk about things that are relevant and evidence-based, and there is no evidence showing anything of a Tournament of Power coming to Kakarot. But be that as it may, you guys care about it, so I'm gonna talk about it. So Tournament of Power, guys, what, you know, if they were to squeeze this into DLC 3, and I do say squeeze because DLC 3 is supposed to be on par with an arc, and people are wanting Dragon Ball Super content so bad that they're willing to have the Universe 6 and 7 tournament, Goku Black, and the Tournament of Power all squeezed into one 8 to 12 hour arc, when, yeah, Universe 6 and 7 tournament, you can get away with that. Goku Black, when you start getting into Goku Black and Tournament of Power, that's very difficult because those span a lot of episodes and chapters in the manga. Also, one thing we have to consider is with the DLC, it's generally focused in like one area. Like Boss Battle 1 was focused on Beerus Planet. Part 2 was focused on the area that we know is West City, that was basically resurfaced or whatever the case may be. DLC 3 is a bit bigger, so it could open up some things. Also with update 1.60, what is that bringing to the game? A lot of people think different things are going on, and it's very, very interesting to see the possibilities. Like, honestly, all of us could be wrong. It could be something completely different, you know. We don't know, you know, we can go based off of what they've done with the DLC and the stuff that's been in the game, you know, as to the direction they're gonna go. And I personally don't see the Tournament of Power happening, but like I said, some of you guys really want it, so that's all gravy with me. You know, we'll talk about that. So one thing that'll be different with the Tournament of Power, a few things that'll be different, is the fact that right now in the game we can't fight on the ground, and in the Tournament of Power, guess what? They couldn't fly. So they had to fight on the ground. Boots on the ground combat, guys. But that doesn't mean that they can't fix some stuff or change some things in Kakarot. For example, with this DLC, the DLC is separate from the main game, so they could code it to where you have to fight on the ground. That's very well possible. Or prevent you from flying. The game is capable of doing this because in Gohan's free roam before you're sneaking around and stuff, you couldn't fly. Also, the giant apes, they're on the ground the entire time, even during battle. So it is possible to do this, but it would take some ingenuity, and we're wanting this DLC so fast that, guys, the things that we're wanting in the DLC, we kind of have to give them time to do that. I know people are gonna say, well, it doesn't take that long. You're not developing a game. There is a tremendous amount of work in developing games. Okay, so fighting on the ground would be one major thing. Another major thing would be that, the Tournament of Power had like 80 contestants. Like right now, there's not even 80 total players in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So where would you get the extra players from? These are things that we have to consider when you're talking about adding the Tournament of Power into the game. Then I know people are gonna say, well, DM, easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby. Just make it to where they, we playing online players and stuff like that. So then, what is the tournament of power mode for story mode? Okay, I mean, if they go into Super, yeah, they'll have to introduce Jiren and all these other characters, and that's fine. You got enough people for the Tournament of Power. But if they don't, then there you go. Maybe they make an offline or online multiplayer mode and stuff like that for a Tournament of Power. But here's the big question: who do you play with? You see what I'm saying? When you're asking yourself, like when you're wanting these different things in the game, you have to ask yourself and say, how is this going to work? Who's going to be in the Tournament of Power? How is the Tournament of Power going to work? And this is why I don't think Tournament of Power is going to be DLC 3, because when I ask myself these questions based off of what's currently in Kakarot, I'm not seeing how it works. So I could see if they did Dragon Ball Super, and if they did the storyline, yeah, you could easily have the Tournament of Power. But when you're talking about a multiplayer online tournament mode, that's where you run into issues, because who are you going to fight with? You see what I'm saying? You would have, if you go with the characters that's in the game, you would have like multiple versions of the same characters all in the same tournament. And I know people really wouldn't care, because when you play Xenoverse, that's literally what you do. You play, some people you'll be fighting two Gokus. I don't know. But the thing that's interesting with Kakarot, guys, and one thing that we can't forget that makes anything really a possibility, is the fact that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is on its own storyline. It's on its own timeline. Anything can happen. For example, Trunks right now is currently in the game. He's there. He's with everybody. He's not in his timeline. See, that alone throws everything out of whack and makes everything different. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Let me know, what are your ideas for tournament mode? If they do a Tournament of Power, how would you make it work with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? I'm extremely interested to hear this, guys. And those that comment with logical thoughts, I'll probably talk about it in another video and revisit it just to discuss those comments. So please comment down below, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Later on today, guys, I'm thinking about doing some live streams. Let me know if y'all would like to see that down in the comment section down below, man. That's all I got for right now. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.